Loading screen. Oh no. She was dual wielding two-handed swords. Percival's right blade, Percival's left blade. So does that mean that you could literally take an ability that lets you dual wield two-handed weapons? Look at the stat requirements. 10 strength, 6 dex, 5 practicality. You really have to spec your character in a specific way to use those swords. I wonder if there's a tier beyond blue, because I've never seen anything beyond blue gear. I can't sell the stolen ones. Deeks, it's, if I remember correctly, I never used it beyond the tutorial. I've never used the ability. Yeah, you're still to be, I think it's these two buttons at the same time. It's the two triggers at the same time. It's the two bumpers or the two bottom. I forget which it is. I'll tell you in a second when I get out of here. But it's very specific and it's a pain in the ass to, to it took me like 5 or 6 tries to get it to work before I could pass that section of the tutorial. Matter of fact, my first impression video actually shows me struggle bussing that. Like the first impression, I was like, wait, what? It's, hang on. Nope, that wasn't it. I may have to have a melee. I may have to have a melee. Yeah. So it can't be a ranged weapon. It needs to be your melee weapon. It's both these buttons at the same time. Watch. That's it. That's the shove. So you can shove forward, you can shove back. It's both the buttons at the same time, but you got to have a melee weapon equipped. You can't do it with the ranged weapon equipped. So like if I have the bow, he just shoots the bow. It won't do it. Yep, you're welcome. Yeah, I struggled bust with that too in the tutorial because it was like I didn't quite see the on-screen thing and I was like, wait, what? Alright. I think we have enough arrows to make this happen. Spicy! Dude, there's some, I found a whole, just wait, you remember the Lusty Argonian maid, like, from Elder Scrolls Light? So there's, an adventure story here, I think it's like, I may have the book still on me, I may have just sold it. It's like the Adventures of Leliana or something, and it's like, so when you find the bookstore in this town that I'm in right now, there's a whole series, and when you go to the bookstore, the owner's like, if you're here to read the porn, just leave now, because apparently people come in and we're reading the books, and like, doing their business in her bookstore, and she's like, no. But there's a whole series of books that are quite. I did a YouTube short and TikTok video around one of the books that I found. I like read it in a voiceover, but there's a whole series. I didn't realize there was a whole series. And then I found the bookstore and I was like, oh shit, there's like a whole series of adventures with this lady and her adventures. They all have really slutty names. All right, hang on before we go any deeper. I gotta check a couple things here. Is that a PC patch or? I didn't see anything on Xbox a second ago. I'll go check again here in a minute. Yeah, yeah, definitely save scum. Until you get good at the lock picking. I do appreciate the fact that I can scum save in this game, and I like the fact that you can do a quick save from the radial menu. The lock picking took me a little bit to get used to in this game. But once I get used to the lock picking, it's a little bit easier. The big thing for me was when I played the review copy, there was no sound effects um, related to the lock picking, so I was breaking tons of lock picks because I couldn't hear what was going on when I was trying to do the lock picking. Okay. Let's go to this next. Oh, you're still having that issue? Are you playing the demo? It might be a demo thing. Because it got fixed in the live version. At least on the Xbox, anyway. Yeah, if you're in the demo, it's probably a demo thing. Because they have a specific build they're using for the demo. Wow, I don't see a way in here yet. Oh, there's a ramp. I'm not going to check to see if there's any more coffee, guys. Oh no, I fell. I'm getting thirsty and we're 4 hours in. This looks like some sort of a dam. Let's not fall down in there. Let's take a peek. Oh, oh, oh.
Let your guard down.
Somebody heard that. I love the slow-mo crit shots. The benefit of being older, Tutot, is that with age comes wisdom.
I'll strike you down.
I'm very rarely wrong, but that's just because I've already fucked up enough in my life to know what not to do. Oh, what is that? If you're fighting with two weapons, increase the damage by 25%. Dude, I I wonder if that only applies to your melee damage, though. Huh. I wish there was an easy way to track. I would have to go back to my... All right, that's my encumbrance limit, which I actually love. That gives me max health by 10. Let me... I don't know where I would see this. Here, I know what I'm gonna do. Because I bet if I, let's see, weapon damage is 304% and 325% currently. I'm genuinely curious if this is only going to affect melee damage. That is a pretty badass ring, though. If you're fighting with two weapons, increase damage by 24%. Well, I dual wield, so I'm definitely fighting with two weapons. No, it didn't change anything. So let me... Okay. Now I'm wielding two weapons. There it goes. Oh shit, yeah, it did. Now, however, so my melee damage went from 304% to 379%, and my ranged went from 325% to 400%. But I'm willing to bet it's only when I'm dual wielding, because it didn't show me any of those damages. So I can't do ranged. And I bet I can't even do like thrown daggers or something, because I think the moment I switch away from hold that thought though, because I might be able to actually do the thrown daggers. Can you do daggers here? I've never tried to use the daggers before. I don't see that I can equip those anywhere. Yeah, I think thrown daggers act like a bow. So the moment you do it, you're swishing away. Yeah, so it only applies to melee. However, that's still pretty awesome for melee damage. Like, that's a big bonus. That's definitely better than the 10 hit points I was getting from that other ring. Hell yeah. So that's a massive boost to my melee damage. Um, am I gonna have to swim? All right, we're gonna quick save. 4 weapons slots. Um, yeah, it's nice. Mistakes in your old age are less forgiving. Yeah, it's true. It's, it's like young, dumb, and full of nah. Get it out of your system when you're young, because there ain't no room for fuck ups when you're older. Things hurt a lot more when you're older. You fall down and scrape your knee. It's a lot more. It's a lot more painful than when you're 20. Oh. All right, let me go see if there's any more coffee, guys. I'll be right back. would be cool if this game had double hand crossbows. Avowed had double everything. The dual wield in Avowed was amazing. Oh shit, it's nighttime and I didn't AFK. I didn't like pause the menu. That could. Oh no, he's right there. I was just fucking saying. No! No! That fucker. I don't think he'll follow me down here. He's unkillable as far as I'm aware. I was literally just commenting on I can't believe I left my computer like not paused and it went nighttime and he didn't attack me, and then he literally was there right as I turned the camera around. Asshole. Alright folks, what are some good anti-rage bait videos that I can work on this afternoon? Because we got to come up with some more for this afternoon. I've got a list somewhere of ones that we were doing before. I think JK had said what the devs don't want you to know about is a good one. Let's quick save. What is this? There's like a, is that a button or a shield? Oh, I'm gonna drown. Go! I wonder if my breath bar resets. Because I'll have to reload if it doesn't, because I spent too much time like trying to play around with that button instead of just swimming straight down. Oh, it did reset. Yay! Okay. Shit, how do I get out of here? That's not good. I bet we don't have a map in here. We do not have a map in here. Alright. The water is... They've done a good job with the water in this game. I will say that much. Alright, the clanging of the bells is not helping me with the creepiness of this environment. Hanged skeletons everywhere. There's like a gargoyle up ahead. There's some stairs. Just don't come to life, please. Don't come to life. That's a big ass skeleton, dude. Alright, there's something up here and something down below. Oh, I bet this is the way out, if I had to guess. This might be like a portal or something that leads me out. Nope, I don't know where this goes. I will take the concoctions. Well, I don't know where any of that goes. I'd say there's only one way forward, and that's deeper in. But there's bad guys deeper in. Aye, there's bad guys deeper in. It's a dungeon, you dumbass. The clanging of the bells, I'm not a fan of. That just makes me terrified every time it happens, because when there's like bells like that, you know bad shit's about to go down. I hope there's one of those critters. I think he already saw me. Oh, you know what? Okay. All right. Botany would be a good place. Place to where I live. Yeah, botany could help. All right, kids. I need to wrap it up here. I got informed a minute ago that we need to go to the hardware store and pick out a step ladder because we had some lights blew out and we don't have a step ladder for Chris to get up there and change it. We've been talking about buying a step ladder for like 3 months, and we finally just need to go buy one because there's other things we need too. So I'm gonna head out. I will be back at some point later today. We're gonna come back and do some more Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't done an afternoon stream in a few days, and I want to keep plugging away at that game. It'll probably be late afternoon. Um, what's up? Oh, you're writing stuff down. It'll probably be late afternoon. I've been starting to look at doing my afternoon streams at like 5 o'clock after the heat of the day. So we're still in hot season right now. So I'll be back with Hogwarts Legacy at some point this afternoon, but it'll probably be late afternoon. So otherwise, for those of you who are following along with the Tainted Grail journey, I'll be back for more Tainted Grail tomorrow morning, bright and early. And then we've got a whole lot of Dune Awakening coverage starting to happen. Tomorrow, by the way, we will be doing we'll be playing Tainted Grail for a few hours, and then we're going to switch over and we're going to watch the Dune Awakening live stream together as a watch party. So tomorrow is going to be a pretty busy morning. So tomorrow we'll it'll be a long stream tomorrow morning because we'll do a few hours of Tainted Grail, and then we're going to go watch the Dune Awakening live stream together. But tonight, later this afternoon, whatever, we'll do Hogwarts Legacy. And then, yeah, we got to get prepped. June's going to be a busy month because we got Dune. We've got the Altars on the 13th. If you haven't played the demo yet for the Altars, I would highly suggest going and playing the Altars demo. That game's coming to Game Pass on the 13th of June. Looks awesome. It's kind of like Death Stranding mixed with some other stuff in terms of like the building and the survival components. And then we have Death Stranding 2 at the end of June. So June is going to be a busy month. I can't wait for Dune, guys. Dune has got me I'm super concerned about how much time I'm going to lose to Dune Awakening, guys. It's going to suck my soul. All right, I'll see you guys later today for Hogwarts Legacy, which is just like this game because it's another walking sim with wands and magic. I'm a wizard!